Hi everyone, welcome back to Pure Song Garden, episode 3, where our main character, Kanata, is playing some song on his lovely Steinway D grand piano. So I also managed to look up the difference between VR, AR, and MR, as mentioned in the previous episode. So AR is just basically you look at the room, the same room, but you get all these elements, graphical elements, and pop-ups created by computer in front of you. So that's augmented reality. And in VR, they go one step further, so the whole room also changes and adapts according to the computer. So the room also gets created by computer graphical elements. And MR, mixed reality, is just both. So both AR and VR combined. And because VR is more intricate, more involved, that's why they have a VR special zone for people to showcase their VR tech. And for Asuka, she wants to showcase her music created using VR. So we did see that she had a lighted keyboard created by VR, and she was going to use that for the VR event, also known as Pure Song Garden. But that's in the future, and let's see what happens next right now. So, it's not his piano, it's actually his mother's piano, and she plays on it. But because she's abroad, she doesn't use it, and Kanata just plays on it from time to time.
おばさまのピアノ弾いてたんだ。
Oh, so you did play on the piano, right? Okay, so he tells her, no, I was just cleaning it up. But obviously, if you clean it up, it wouldn't make that kind of music. And so he gets away from the piano to not make it suspicious.
掃除だけはお願いねってしつこく言われてたもんね。
So, I just wanted it to be clean, but it's the one which is being talked about persistently. Well, for me, it's always unreserved, but there is one exception. So with regards to music. So I wonder how Kanata associates with music in general.
おばさまたちから連絡は？
So it's like, have you been getting in touch with your aunts lately? Well, it's just before time as usual. They're always flying across the world. They're always traveling to different places, so... So it's like, my father plays the violin, and my mother plays the piano. And they're both very famous, so they're both concert artists, and they have a pretty busy schedule, so they're going around the world as a duo, playing all these different classical pieces. So because the person himself says so, it seems so.
邪魔だったら私は部屋に戻ってるけど。
And I wonder what kind of violin his father has. I hope it's not a one of those rare Stradivarius violins. But anyways, Kun thinks that she's bothering Kanata too much. He's like, I'll just go back to my room. Well, it's not really disturbing. And plus, I would like it if you stay here.
わかった。
Okay, I understand. Well, it's not like asking the same reason again. Well, it has been a while since my parents left me, and for this whole time, it's always been just me living with this person, Kuyon. Well, I do know everything, and so it's like, I don't really say much to Kun because she does know everything.
私じゃお姉ちゃんは無理かな。
So it is impossible for me as a sister to help you? Well, it's just like, it's irrelevant, or not relevant.
私よりリツさんの方がいいんでしょ。
So do you think that, Ritsu-san is a much better help than me? Well, no, I told you, it's not related.
初恋なんだよね。
So what do you mean my first love then? So I wonder who's Ritsu-san, because we haven't really seen her yet in this story. So he tells her, is this story before the meaning of Kuyon-san, which is memories when it was full of gratitude. So I wonder what he's thinking about right now. It's like, well, I don't deny because I can't really help that much, and my first love opponent was named Riko Yanagisawa, a gentle older sister in my neighborhood. So they did have a girlfriend in the past, but I think something happened and they broke up. So she did take care of him. She always looked after me on behalf of my parents, who were always busy with concerts.
リツねリツねってめちゃくちゃ甘えまくってたって聞いてるけど。
So Ritsu is everything. Well, I'm listening because I'm just kind of admiring how much they spoil you. Well, please forgive me for grinding old words as they speak.
アスカちゃんのことあんまりその気じゃなかったのってさ、やっぱりリツさんのことが。
Well, then again, with regards to Asuka, I didn't really feel that much, but then again, it kind of reminded me of Ritsu-san. No, that's different. Well, Ritsu-san is a wonderful adult woman, and she's not balanced by some strange person like me. Well, besides for Asuka's song, I am really appreciating her talent. Yeah, she does have talent. So he confirms his words. And it was a blessing that I could not even get, even if I tried. And it kind of forms a barrier between me and her. So he admires, like, well, Asuka has like a very extraordinary talent with regards to music, and something that I can't match. And I think he feels that well, I'm not musically inclined, unlike my parents are. So I wonder if I said something wrong to Kuyon. So he's now in his room, and you can see that there's quite some interesting equipment. He has 2 keyboards, a nice speaker system, a computer, so he reflects as he returns to his room. And he did apologize to Kun about what just happened. But it's like, well, anyways, I'm just gonna finish up my business for tonight. Okay, so who is he calling? Looks like he's connecting to some place. It's like, well, I'm gonna be making my daily report tonight. And he waits for the person to reply. So, well, I know it's after hours for that place. And I'm pretty sure, Ritsu-san should be able to answer. So the application of the call comes as soon as I instantly tap OK.
めんね、カナタくん。今ちょっと手が離せないの。
Okay, so this is who Ritsu-san is. So as mentioned before, she's an older adult woman, and it looks like she's busy painting her nails, and that's why she can't pick up the phone. Literally. So it was an unexpected scene that was projected in the window.
お行儀悪くて申し訳ないけれど、このまま報告お願いできるかしら?
I'm really sorry for having bad manners, but just please report right now. Okay.
どうしたの、カナタくん?
Well, I think it's like well, even though my hands are busy, I can still listen and see you, so you can still talk about what happened today. And she just wonders like, so what's wrong, Kanata-kun? Oh no, that video kind of looks pretty bad. Well, she broke her posture and painted her painting pedicure. So like well, she's not really acting like a normal office lady. She's in some form that you don't show to other people.
これのこと? ごめんなさい、だらしなかったかしら?
Oh, I'm sorry. So you kind of wondered that I'm being sloppy? No. You're not sloppy. Well, it looks attractive. Well, there is a degree even if the mind is upset. Wait, what are we talking about?
別にいいんだけど、着替え中でもないのに大げさじゃないかしら?
Oh, it's okay. So, I'm not changing my clothes, but am I exaggerating? So Ritsu-san expresses carefully, but it does make me excited in some way. The charm of overwhelming adults who draws a line with Kuyon. And basically, she has a pretty slender figure.
気になるようならすぐ済ませるわ。5分ほど時間をちょうだい。
Oh, so just give me about 5 more minutes, I'll be finished. Okay, so he'll wait. And after he replies, he goes back to painting her nails. But I think it's best to hang up for now and then call back later. So he just leaves the video phone on the hook and he can hear her hum some kind of tune. Wait a minute. So did she forget that I'm still on the phone, or she doesn't mind? Well, I'm just gonna look and continue to wait. Well, even if you're an older, gentle person, it is kind of weird to be like this. Well, I was a wise and valiant person from a long time ago, but there are some gaps here and there, which makes it irresistible and reflects attractively.
なんか言った?
So wait, you want to say something? No, just continue. So she smiles in return, and she devotes herself to painting her nails again. And I would say, well, because Ritsu's humming was so cute, I was allowed to collectively, secretly. So I was able to record like the melody down.
お待たせ、カナタくん。もういいわよ。
Okay, so she's not finished. She's like, well, sorry for the wait. Kanata-kun, I'm finished now, so I'm all good to go. Okay, so now she's in her right posture.
じゃ、早速ログを見せてもらうわね。
Okay then, so you want me to see your logs right now? Okay, so he used Akashi-kun, that protecting octopus, and he wants her to basically take note of it and see how it registered. So big data is the collection of all kinds of data, regardless of the type of nature. However, each data alone doesn't make sense, but when they are linked together, they create relevance. And the more connections between the information, the more the results linked with precondition can be calculated. So I wonder if this is something similar to what big researchers are doing today, like the deep learning concept, where you have computers, they acquire information, and they basically try to process it in the way that we process information. So it is a future precondition for Akashi-kun to narrow down the results to several patterns by repeatedly doing it. So like, well, while Akashi-kun is basically making predictions, Akashi-kun is also acquiring new data, and the computers can process this new data, and hopefully in the future, if I use Akashi-kun again, it'll be able to make more accurate predictions. And Ritsu wants Kanata to use Akashi-kun some more. So data of the result actually predicting the future is said to be particularly useful for increasing the accuracy of future predictions, and I'm also asked for a number of times as a tester. So like what I said, like the deep learning idea, and she also wants to know how many times Kanata has used Akashi-kun. So what did he say about the search condition? And she gives him the stare. Okay, so he did ask Akashi-kun, like, so what happens if I confess to Asuka tomorrow? And no wonder it is misunderstood. So Ritsu-san was like, well, that was a very interesting question to ask Akashi-kun, but anyways, it's some good data that we should take into account. And I feel like she was making fun of me, but at least she accepted it. But for Ritsu-san, everything is basically just research material. Is it not the person you want to emphasize with? So it sounds like I'm steadily increasing music data. Well, is it okay if I can just run the example system? Really? Okay, so I'll just update Akashi-kun to the latest version, and after that I'll make sure everyone else is updated. I understand. Thank you very much. Well, that's my comment, but thank you very much, Kanata-kun. So please continue to cooperate with me with my experiments. And if it wasn't for you, the system would probably never exist. So I'm not really sure what she's saying, but it's like something about Akashi-kun being part of this project called Harmonix. Wait, wasn't that the name of the company that made Guitar Hero originally? But I'm pretty sure that all this data would help us influence how future music is composed. It's a very interesting technology. So that person is amazing, and maybe she gets turned on when she hears about music or new kinds of music being developed or composed. So it was around 2 o'clock in the morning when I heard about an update notification for Akashi-kun. So I started testing the Harmonix tech from there, and while noticing, it was sunrise. And although it's like even though it can't really compose or create words or like lyrics, but at least it can do some arrangements and mixing. It's like in a sense this composing system, it's limited. It doesn't really create songs from scratch. It actually just does arrangements and mixing. So I try each one, and so far they perform better than my expectations. I wonder if I can compose my own. But for now, it's just a tool that's good to collect data. And as I always do, I always test it while keeping it a secret. So I wonder how I can use this towards the M3 club or the M3 group. And if I do add some vocals, I'm gonna have to need the help of Asuka. And for the lyrics, I also need someone that can do lyrics, which is probably Kuon. It's like the melody needs someone else, so Asuka, and lyrics, that'll be Kuon. And it'd be best to leave it to key for track down. And if you consider comprehensive knowledge the director for her indispensable expertise. Before that, these people, they are a loving colleague who have been involved in talking less than this past year. Well, it is boring to have silly things silent about them. But whether or not it's to involve everyone in the M3. Well, I would want to work together and feel excited, but I can't judge whether it's the right place for me. So such a time is a request to ask Akashi-kun. Okay, so he's talking about how each person in the M3, they have their own expertise and how combined together they can make an excellent song with lyrics and nice melody and accompaniment. And he feels like, how am I supposed to fit in? So now he's gonna ask Akashi-kun for advice.
Akashi-kun, sanjou shita tako!
Okay, so I'm going to do a test of this Harmonix system with the members of the M3 department. So can I get a future prediction about this?
Harmonix no test wo M3 部のメンバーと一緒にやるの未来予測takoね。
So Harmonix test M3 with members and a future prediction.
では未来予測開始するtako。演算中、演算中、演算中。
Okay, so what is the octopus gonna come up with? So Akashi-kun's calculating the future. And even though it's still in beta, it doesn't go out of fortune telling, but I kind of feel like it is kind of fortune telling.
演算終了。未来予測の結果が出たtako。
Okay, so computation complete. Here is the results.
一定期間だけ盛り上がり、何事もなく終わる。42%。
So it's like for a fixed amount of time, it's gonna be very exciting. Without everything else, That's a 40% chance.
歌に目覚めた下國アスカがメジャーデビューする 10%.
And a major debut for a song by Shimonori Asuka, 10%.
山葉かなたに彼女ができる 8%.
She can be in with Yamaha Kanata, 8%. Wait, are you serious? Where'd that come from? 8% possibility. Well, I'll just hang on to this. Of course, it's not an impulse or impure motive, but I just got interested in the reward I gained as a result of my hard work. Well, that's it.
おはようかなた。
So it's like the octopus is like well, most likely it's just gonna be business as usual, nothing exciting. But anyways, looks like Kuo has woken up as well, and she's saying good morning to Kanata. So I encounter her for the first time today, and she has a pretty suspicious behavior. Okay, so what do you do? I'm pretty sure you did something wrong and you're trying to hide it from me. Well, as for me, I didn't really sleep that much last night. Well, then I did get permission from Ritsu-san, and I prepared some various programs and preparations in advance.
メッセージ見たわよ。別に気にしなくてもいいのに。
So apparently Kuya was snooping in on Kanata, and she found out what he was doing. It's like, so I know what you were up to, but don't mind. Message?
何？昨日の夜自分が送ったのも忘れちゃったの？
Oh, so the message that he sent yesterday. So what was that? Oh, I remembered. Okay, so before he talked to Ritsu-san, he sent a message of apology to Kuyon, and I forgot what it was.
本当大丈夫？なんなら今日は部室に行かずに寝てても。
It's like but anyways, you kind of look sleepy. So why did you not go to sleep first before you were gonna go to the clubroom today? Well, I can't really say so. Well, even for her of her unseen future, we need to seriously start testing the Harmonix. But either way, he's gonna eventually going to tell them what he was up to, because there's this new system that's being developed with regards to music, and I want all of you to test it out.
まあいいけど。でも遠慮はしないでね。お願いだから。
Okay, oh well, but don't be shy about it.
かなたからみんなに招集かけるなんて珍しいわね。
So they're outside now, and Ku's like, well, it's kind of unusual for you to invite everyone. So he messaged everyone like, hey, let's all come together to the M3 club. And the meeting time happens earlier than usual. But then again, they don't have to do much.
改めて全員に話があるとは一体何なんだ？
Because all Kanata's going to do today is he's just going to show them the new Harmonix technology. But Makoto, like the director's like, so once again, what did you want all of us here for? Oh, the experiment that we've been conducting has finally went to the next step, and we're just here so that we could talk about this progress. So the permission to cooperate with the members of the M3 has already been received from Ritsu-san. So during the data acquisition, we kept the contents of the experiment confidential as not to introduce arbitrary noise, but it seems to be possible to disclose it further in the future. So maybe like a follow-up from like the song in progress that Kanata's trying to keep a secret from everyone else. Okay, so let's start with this. So it saves you a lot of explanation. Okay, so he's just gonna go ahead and show them what the Harmonix system is. So the system is activated by voice command, and as part of the Akashi-kun system, it makes use of the function, but the octopus avatar of the example is not used. So instead, they get this VR environment that shows a musical score.
楽譜っぽい VR ウィンドウですね。音楽に関係するアプリケーションなんですか?
So this is like a VR score-like application. So does it have anything to do with music, I'm guessing? So well, this is a special composer. It uses big data to compose new music, and that's how Harmonix works. So first, you enter a key melody, and when you have a melody that's about 2 bars long, so like 2 measures, it's gonna be like the initial input data for Harmonix.
今のデータが楽譜に表示されたの?
So do we see the actual score afterwards, based on data? So yeah, so first you enter some data, and then after that the Harmonix system is going to finish the data for you. So I wonder where they're getting their input, or like their initial data. But anyways, they put something in, and now the Harmonix system is processing. And as the Harmonix system is processing, the program starts to show different colors. And it kind of impresses Asuka. Wow, pretty! And now the computation is finished, and now the colors, so the color alternations stop. So, okay, so it gives us 5 possible choices on how to continue with the song, and you can change the number of outputs through the setting. So like, well, you can have it generate more options on how you want the music to continue. And the different melodies will line up side by side. And by tapping it, you can actually play and hear what it sounds like. So you can check through different options, different choices, and you can pick one that suits the best. And by repeating it, you can complete a whole song. And the length of the song is established afterwards, and you can also adjust the position of I'm not really sure what they mean by rust. Okay, so let's just listen to what we have as a demo. Okay, so this is a song that's composed by the Harmonix system, and he's displaying it or showcasing it to everyone else in the club. And for me, it sounds like a background track, and not really a song. Some accompaniment music. But Asuka is still impressed by it. It's like, wow, so it's done quite well. And I can't believe this was composed by a computer. And even Kanata is surprised as well. So if you can make this kind of composition easily, it seems like there's no more need for actual composers. But you do need someone to do the input, and this still sounds like a work in progress for me.
確かに短時間に自動で作ったとは思えないけどね。
And I forgot her name. She's like, well, I'm kind of impressed. This is something that we can never imagine making in a short amount of time.
だが、これを作曲と呼んでいいのか？ただ選んでいくだけの作業をとても作曲とは呼べないぞ。
Okay, so it looks like Makoto also has a concern. It's like, well, this doesn't really sound like a composition. And even though it is music, I can't really consider it to be a composition.
ただ選んでいくだけ。本当にそうでしょうか？
But there is the part where you have to select something and pick different options and maybe time them all together.
違うのか？私には表示されたメロディーを聞いて、そこから取捨選択しただけにしか見えなかったが。
So Makoto's like, well, there is some kind of melody, but I can't really hear it distinctively.
違うと思います。出ないと完成した曲がカナタ先輩の音になってるなんておかしいですから。
So Makoto's like, well, the music sounds like an accompaniment track for some melody, and the melody itself is never played. And Asuka's like, yeah, it is kind of different, it is strange, but also it feels like it has Kanata senpai's taste in it. And it's quite interesting that Asuka can feel or understand what kind of music I like. And as expected, her objective evaluation and changes to a conviction.
カナタの音？確かにカナタが好きそうな曲だとは思うけど。
So even Kuon can feel that, well, this kind of song is something that would come out of Kanata's mind. Like it feels like it has Kanata's taste in it.
そうか。メロディーの候補がランダムじゃなくて、全部カナタ好みだったのか。
And it's like, well, that does kind of make it very unusual. Like, well, computers are supposed to be random, they're supposed to be unbiased, but this melody sounds like the computer has a bias in favor of Kanata. So it's like, well, probably it's because the input, like he put his style of music in, and the computer, the Harmonix system did its calculation using that data, which happened to be Kanata's data, and that's why the whole music sounds like Kanata's music. But I'm pretty sure if they put their own input, if they input their own data, probably the music will sound much different and much closer to what they like.
ここ2ヶ月ほどやっていた作業は、そのためのデータを蓄積していたというわけか。
So, this was a project that's been ongoing for the last 2 months, and this is what it came out to be. So, the data that I registered for my favorite melody has already exceeded 1,000 cases. Well, if there were only this, I can analyze the human musical characteristics of me. Well, cannot you say that the song made it on my song? So I think it's like, well, this kind of style has already been selected over 1,000 times. So in a sense, it's not really unique. It's not my kind of song. It might be like the general population favorite type of song. And I was kind of skeptical in the beginning as well. So just choosing an automatic generated melody, I thought that I could not make any music. However, listening to the results changed my idea by 180 degrees. The songs that the Harmonix system produced were contents which I thought I composed.
私は認めます。これは紛れもないカナタ先輩の曲です。
But Asuka still thinks that well, it does sound like your music.
カナタらしい曲調なのは事実だし、僕も下国さんの意見に同意するよ。
So it is true that it does sound like Kanata-san's, and I also agree with what Shimonoka says.
ヤマハが蓄積したデータから生み出されたものならば認めざるを得ないだろうな。
So if Yamaha was created from the accumulated data, we have no choice but to admit it.
私は正直納得はいかない。こういうのってなんか違う気がする。
Well, to be honest, I can't really be satisfied. I feel something is different like this. So for Asuka, the song is convinced by theory results, but Kuyon is denying that it lacks emotions. Well, I do understand the feelings of Kuyon, but I'm still having this gloomy feeling. But you know, it's just a system that we started working on, and by overlapping my research, I feel that the discomfort will also be resolved. VR idol. At first, it was a massive discomfort. But then, the latest VR idol is a quality that can't be distinguished from humans at a glance. But the initial VR idol was not so. A visual of a creature and the voice of a creature, a level far from real. Well, still people have dreamed the existence of virtual and aimed at further improvement of quality.
そっか、最初はみんなそうなんだよね。
Okay, well everyone seems so, right? So I think Kanata's like, well, at first the first beta versions, they're always bad, they're inferior. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, but over time things get better, and it will eventually reach the point where there's gonna be a wide acceptance, just like how it was when virtual idols were created. Like changes everything. So pioneers are not easily recognized, but still we have to move forward and try to get closer to the future that I imagine.
ここに入ってから始めた作詞だってさ、最初は残念すぎる出来だったけど、今やこんな立派に。
So that was the lyrics I started since I entered here, which was too bad at first, but now it's such a splendid piece of work.
そこは今もあんまり変わってない気がしますけど。
But I don't really think there's much of a difference from then and now.
超、アスカちゃん、可愛い顔してひどい。
Oh come on, Asuka-chan. When you sing a song, it is cute, but yeah, it's like don't put me down.
まああれだ。可愛いの歌詞は独特のセンスがあっていいと思うぞ。私は好きだ。
Well, but you know, I think the lyrics of Kawaii can have a unique sense.
そうそう。僕には絶対出せないしね。ああいう単語は。
Oh yeah, well I can't really give it to myself. Yeah.
みんなしてひどい。アスカちゃんだって変な子なのに。
Well, everyone's so mean to me, and even Asuka-chan as well. I raised what I tried to be the person who really wants to be my wife, but it's kind of strange.
ところで、このハーモニクスっていうのは主旋律しか作れないのかな。あとは楽器の違いについては。
So by the way, does Harmonix, this all it can do is make the main melody. What about the difference between musical instruments? Well, of course, you can arrange and mix. And if you specify musical instruments, it'll calculate properly and accordingly. And as for this, I'm trying myself this morning, so there isn't a problem.
ボーカルはどうなるんでしょう。楽器と同じ扱いだといいんですが。
So what about the vocals? I hope it does get treated the same as instruments. Well, vocals are supported, and there'll be a place for Asuka to stick in, and also for Kun as well. So there are places where you can add your own works in.
本当に私の作った詩でいいの
So can accept lyrics that are composed by me? Well, I've been looking at this for a little while ago. I've been staring at this with a gazing line of sight. Well, you know, Kun does have good lyrics, and I do want you to write some lyrics word for word. Well, I do make the songs, Kyo makes the lyric, and I think Asuka is gonna do the singing. Well, let's just combine it and mix it tonight, and the director can handle all the production. Well, this is the current MG division, and I'm working on my part in this group.
わかった。かなたがそこまで言うんなら、作詞してあげてもいいわよ。
Okay, well, if Kanata says so, then I'm just gonna go ahead and write lyrics. Okay, well, I beg you, please do your best. So after that, all the members helped me test out this Harmonix system for about an hour. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop here. So we did get some interesting idea about how a computer can compose songs. And I have a feeling that the Harmonix system was actually being worked on by Kanata himself, and not Ritsu-san. And when he mentioned that, well, I do have a song that's being composed, but it's not finished yet, back in episode 2, he actually meant that he was working on this Harmonix system, and he was going to use this system to compose a song for him. But even though it's a pretty neat system, it still has its quirks, because it really doesn't sound like music, it sounds like a background track. And I think you also mentioned that it doesn't really have any emotions, it's just a computer, just like a random beat, all bunched up together. And only a human can add feelings into the song. And I think the melody is also missing, and that's why it sounds like a background track. And I think that there's also like the inflexibility issue. You can't really adjust the instruments. There's some places that you don't want. You want it to be louder, you want it to be more emphasized. But all in all, it's a pretty good system for its first run, given that it was only created in a 2-month time frame. But anyways, we'll see how this Harmonix system is relevant to the story. And with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.